Srimati B. Kamakshi is the legal district coordinator of Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. She has completed her master degree in Hindi and ML in criminal law. And now I request Srimati B. Kamakshi to make her presentation on land access for poor. Thank you.
పవర్ ఆన్ లేదు తమ్ముడు, పవర్ ఆన్ తమ్ముడు, పవర్ 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 పవర్.
Firstly, I would like to tell thank you to Chakrapani sir for giving this opportunity, as there is no schedule of my presentation. I am from Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, which is aimed to eliminate the poverty in rural area. Among the said projects, there are so many activities are going on to eradicate poverty. In that way, land wing is also established in the year 2006. Firstly, in Kadapa district, AP, the paralegal pilot system was started. Few rural youth has been selected and they have been given training on land matters, land laws, basic records which were maintained by the revenue department, as well as the issues which were usually come across in the villages in fields. So by giving this simple information, the youth were sent to SHG groups. As you know, SHG is nothing but self-help groups which were basically conduct meeting for saving their money. In that particular group, land agenda point was kept, sir, and people may discuss about their land problems. Some people may say, we have that much land and we not able to get possession of that land. Some people may say that they don't have proper land records. So like this, little bit discussions has been done in that self-help groups, and the information again brought to the district authorities like additional project directors, who are basically revenue department. These officers may in turn give their feedback what actually the resolution for those problems. Like that, platform has been created between poor and the system. This project created a lot of change in the rural artisans in way of resolving their land problems. So later on, after a lot of discussions in the government, Koneru Rangarao committee is established. Through that committee, so many recommendations have been given to the government to address the land problems of poor people, because being a very vast extension of Andhra Pradesh, nearly 44% of government land is assigned to poor people. So in that way, we can say land make a person and land unmake a person. In rural area, if somebody have land, they're definitely a big person. So through land itself, the person will be identified. That is the stature of property in villages. In that, since the poor facing very difficulty to resolve land issues themselves, they need a sensitive mechanism to resolve their own problems. So this particular land access to poor program is basically objected two objectives. One is resolution of land issues as well as development of land issues, because the institution itself is eradication of rural poverty. So we aim at two objects: to reduce the land issues so that the person who are investing their finance to resolve their land problems will be reduced. At the same time, land development is also one of the key object in this Society for Rural Development. For that, support mechanism is instituted in the year 2006 and 7. Paralegals and community surveyors who have qualified ITI, civil as well as polytechnic colleges, they were selected as community surveyors. They have been trained in Survey Academy in Hyderabad. Nearly 367 mandals were selected to this land access program. In this, GOs are also issued from the government. 1148 GO is there, and recently 69 GO is also issued. As we are doing a work which is very critical basically in rural areas, because lot of vested interests are mingled in the farmers who actually attach it with the land. So we need very strong support from the government also. In this, I can tell AP government is one step ahead to resolving their land problems by giving this community involvement in resolving the land problems, by encouraging the paralegal system. Throughout the Andhra Pradesh as well as Telangana, when it was established, all the tahsildars, RDOs, joint collectors, whoever in the revenue department have given a very good training on this particular institution. So in that way, officials are given very much cooperation to this paralegal system. So next, basically lack of awareness of land rights to the rural poverty, lack of access to record. Today we are all we are all having this digital records, Me Seva. In this way we are getting our land records. But when we started this project, somewhat hardly they are getting their records. So, and moreover, today what the tahsildars and revenue people are doing, land issues are dealing very less. Not lesser, more than land issue, they are accustomed with lot of works in their job schedule. So wherever a poor person will come with only white paper, by writing his grievance and applying that my land was encroached by some other person, like that he will come. He doesn't have any legal document or any evidence with him. But what actually the tahsildar will do? If the office have that particular record, he may assist. Or if he is engaged with lot of work, then the application maybe took time for some time. So what this paralegal system will do, in the year 2010-11 itself, we conducted land inventory for SC/STs. In those years itself, our Andhra Pradesh government has given all land records to our department. Every diglots, FMBs, Adangals, 1Bs, all original records we have given, and basing on that records, we conducted land inventory in AP. So lot of problems have been identified. Nearly up to today 10 lakh problems we have identified, especially in mutation cases as well as corrections in revenue records. I think you may know Sada Vainamas, white paper transactions, where the people So normally what we tell tell in SHGs, we give awareness like this type of lands basically we have, basing on the classification of land, these type of problems may arise. So when the classification changes, then automatically the law changes. Basically what happens, if anybody encroaches the land, definitely the common man will go and advocate. What he will do, he take the case and immediately he file injunction, irrespective of whether it's a government land or patta land. So basically already our co-participants told earlier, civil court does not have jurisdiction to entertain the government land. But what the court is doing, the day the case is filing, it is giving injunctions. Then years together the case is pending. Now now what happening, if the case is pending in civil courts, the revenue court is not entertaining that particular case. That is now going on. Lot of orders we took. If a person file a civil case, he is getting injunction, but telling that this is not my jurisdiction to give you a title. So go to revenue court and get order. Up to my jurisdiction, I will give injunction. This type of orders we are receiving. So my observation is, if we can, as Chakrapani sir is also told earlier, if we can amend CPC telling that if a separate code is there to decide some decision, then if at all the case is filed before civil court, for that particular issue, you go to revenue court and decide your... Yes.
1 minute. See, when the CPC came in, I do not think they had the even haziest notion of the manner in which you can transmit information, data, etc. Today you can transmit data just across the click of a mouse. How many changes should have been brought about in the CPC? The whole CPC should have been scrapped. CPC enjoins a lengthy process of preparation of notice, serving of notice, preparation of claims, written answers, oral submissions. All this is totally archaic and outdated, time consuming. That's why every lawyer is flourishing merely seeking adjournments. There are hardly cases which are taken up for hearing. The entire forenoon in the High Court is spent in admission matters, which means no meaningful discussion. The point I am trying to make is, we are all strongly wedded to an outdated code like the CPC, etc., saying that it is there, it is written, etc. I agree that unless it is scrapped, it still rules the roast. And the 1 or 2 times that the Government of India made attempts to amend the CPC, there was strong resistance from the lawyers. Like the medical doctors resist the paramedical or the 3-year-old rural medical practitioners getting into states like Chhattisgarh or Assam. Assam and Chhattisgarh have the distinction of trying to introduce a 3-year rural medical assistant. So the lawyers also resist the induction of partially or maybe those who are trained for a while who can get into this system. You do not need highly competent postgraduate medical doctors to treat rudimentary illnesses. This, I think, should be understood by all. Similarly, you do not need Ram Jethmalani's, K. Venugopal, etc. for defending very rudimentary cases. In fact, there is a constitutional amendment which says Nyaya Panchayats. No state has tried to institutionalize Nyaya Panchayats, though the constitution, through the directive principles, enjoins that the Nyaya Panchayats are put in place. In some of the societies where village level decisions are taken, I think there is greater compliance at the village level. than through the highly structured, we are not talking of frame, highly structured, institutionalized hierarchy of courts, etc. So there is need for taking a look at these basic codes of adjudication. You don't need that kind of a very elaborate process. I think that's the intention. That's the intention of the paralegal system, which has been introduced in the SERP, Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, which was funded by the World Bank, which has, I think, to a certain extent played a role in bringing up the issues relating to the rural poor. Let's go.
Lack of legal awareness, long pending increasing interference of civil courts is also one of the reason for increasing land issues. So in tribal area we normally tell those people tribal laws where all the land belongs to tribal people, but though the LTR is there, but non-tribals are in possession. As well as critical poverty dimension. Why actually the people may think, why should we possess land? Just we leave it. Like that mentality may increase when the dispute is higher in ratio. Like day before yesterday our Mishra sir told the same case. Actually he is having 4 acres, but why should we go in litigation? Let we sell it away. Like that discouraging climate may be also developed in rural areas. So we basically tell those women, SHG groups, that if this problem is there, then this is the solution. This much of time may be take for resolution. So in that way they may mentally prepare themselves, okay, the law is in our favor, some evidences are there which we can take from the officers, and somebody is there to speak on behalf of us. Like this, a sensitive support mechanism we build. And whenever we go to Mandal Samakhya meetings, Jilla Samakhya meetings and VIVO meetings, people make the land as an agenda point. They discuss whatever problems in their village in that particular meeting. So what happened? Then the issue will not be one person's issue. It become a discussion point. At the same time, that discussion will carry on to the jillas. In that way, we make the issue sensitive. So now the person will think, now, not only I am the sufferer, lot of people are thinking about me. Like that, the information may be spread. In that way, if any person is having the same problem, he may get some sort of empowerment on that particular issue. So this is a SERP model of paralegal system. So basically we tell every person title documents in the hands and entry in revenue records as well as safe possession. As we already told, there are 2 objectives: development of land. So here the original structure what we are maintaining, legal coordinator like me, law graduates are appointed. Next, paralegals are also appointed who are having graduation, and as well as the community surveyors has been appointed in 2006 itself. They have given survey training in Survey Academy. For this institution, we need revenue support because we are all came from community. We don't have that much ability to face problems like big problems. So an audio cadre person is appointed as an additional project director. At the same time, one land manager is also appointed. Why this land manager is not? Because he have tremendous experience in resolving land problem. But in his service period, he may thought that I should do like this, I should have to act like this. But maybe some reasons he may not do. For fulfilling those desires, he may give good advices to these total paralegals as well as legal coordinators, whatever staff in this. So in this way the structure was developed. The paralegals are recruited through notification, written test and notification, and a month training is also done in village immersion. At the same time, a PAD which is instituted in Hyderabad, 5 days training is also given. The Nalsar University has also offered a course of paralegal, and continuous capacity building is important in this structure. We have land subcommittee members who are from the women self-help groups. We select a little bit having talking capacity as well as reading capacity. We give training to those women SHG members on these land records, land problems, and this procedure in revenue courts, like that. So basing on that, these land committees may in turn train the other SHG members. So like if any agenda point, these people may discuss. Somebody tell, madam, my land was encroached by somebody, or somebody tell my land was purchased by I purchased some land, but my land is the land is government land. Then automatically other women tell, how you purchased? It's a government land. You cannot buy and you cannot sell government lands. So one women, and the discussion will be there, because already trained women will educate other women. Like that we can reduce the land issues, and whoever want to breach the law, these people may reduce. No, don't purchase government lands, don't encroach other person's people. Like a little bit empowerment we are giving in rural areas. So this is an office where we all sit. In DRDA itself, a room is there which is captioned as Land Access Unit. There, land manager, APD, additional project director, and legal coordinator, land manager will be there. So whatever issues identified by these paralegals, that should be listed, and every 15 days experience sharing meeting will be conducted by this land center. All these paralegal will bring those documents, whatever they collected from the rural poor people who is having land issues. We just sort it out and we tell them what additional evidence they want. In that way, if they themselves bring, then it's okay. If they themselves not able to bring, then we write through project director as well as joint collector that this particular documents is necessary to resolve this problem. In that way, we make a platform to resolve that problem with the help of revenue authorities. Sir, I'm not getting your voice.
Andhra Pradesh has done very in-depth work regarding SHG movement, self-help movement. The self-help group movement, these people they have touched the issues of land. Then they have started an organization within the DRDA that there is a land cell in that, and they have appointed some legal advisors, coordinators, land managers to deal exclusively with the SHG related issues. Like that is the issue she is explaining here.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are 8 books which we exclusively prepared for rural farmers or SHG people. Whatever we are dealing in our revenue courts with regarding to land matters, these books clearly states that where we have to go to apply the application, what actually the procedure, what RI will do in particular issue, what surveyor will do, where chalana may pay, how much chalana may pay. The simple, the minute details, everything was written in a local language in Telugu and distributed to every land subcommittee member so that it can be empower the rural poor on this legal aspects. Yeah. Yeah. See, there the CBOs are, how the resolution process is there. First of all, they collect the applications, then field inquiry is there. First, our paralegal will go to the field, inquire, talk both the parties, as well as if any survey is necessary, community surveyor will go and attend. Next, the representation was prepared. Whatever the revenue people are requiring, all the evidences will be prepared in perfect manner, and the representation will submit to the revenue office. And every Monday, this paralegal or surveyor will attend Tahsil office and do follow-up work on the particular land issue until it should be resolved. And if anything unresolved issue is there and critical issue is there, we definitely involve joint collectors, RDOs, as well as whatever higher officials are there. And if any issue is with regarding to pending in civil courts, or if any issue has to file in civil courts, in 2013 in Andhra Pradesh, total 6 districts was established land legal cell, as the sir already told. BNSK, Bhumi Nyaya Sahaya Kendram, is established. Through that, we are giving legal aid to the cases. So,
what sort of legal assistance you provide?
So, pardon, sir?
What sort of legal assistance you provide to the
So, whatever, if the cases are coming, for example, encroachments are there, partitions are there, generally.
What do you do in case of encroachments?
So,
what sort of legal aid do you provide?
so recovery of possession.
Financially,
Yeah, financially.
or some rendering some advice, or what?
So, a lot of cases are by giving advice itself will solve, because
What he is asking is, Mir Valaki, will you write down the remarks? Will you give them an affidavit? Will you prepare an affidavit? Will you go and file it in the concerned court? I think that's what he's asking.
yes, sir. So everything is done, because some cases will be given by notice itself. They will solve. We have panel of advocates. Liaison officer is also there. We entrust that case to that particular advocate. If notice is given, he may give. If filing of case is necessary, he may file.
All this you will do without charging anything?
Without charging. Without charging.
Government will bear the expenditure.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
will pay the expenditure.
Applicable only to BPL families.
Yes. Yes. Poor people. Poor people. So
Only SHGs or?
no, all poor people.
Yeah.
Not
Others-
necessary.
Others,
All poor.
all poor. Of course, primarily there will be SC, STs, but all poor.
Yes. So next, as I already told, land inventory.
You have another 5 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will sum up. So already I told that the land inventory has took place, and all the lands were also developed. Yeah. Another step ahead, we have given trainings on this particular land matters to youth also, who are studying in 10th to degree. We selected colleges, our team, as well as the trained ladies who are there. Those persons went to colleges and they have given basic training on land records, land laws, as well as land issues, and the procedure what will be taken for each issue. All the data is computerized. It is in our website. I will give website address also. This is our land inventory progress. Nearly 1 crore 75,000, 17 crores extent we have surveyed. Physical survey has been taken. So nearly 5,145 crores NREG investment has been done with for developing the land. Indra Jalaprabha project has been came. After this inventory, lot of departments took this SC/ST land inventory for their benefit, for the sake of any funding from the government. This data is useful for so many departments. SCSC Corporation has took this data like lot of users are taken place. So nearly 10 lakh issues has been identified among them. In Revenue Sadassulu, nearly 84,000 issues has been resolved. At the same time, Me Intiki Me Bhumi is also, we have participated in that program also. 77% we have achieved. So our website address is there, www.serp.ap.gov.in. There you have to go Bhumi. And during the year 2012 itself, CCLA has given to our Mandal Sama, our districts their own login ID of Adangals. Some innovations, sir. So in Warangal district, wallpaper Adangal on wallpaper has been displayed. So total village was covered with Adangal copies, permanent record. And whatever government has taken today, Veentik Me Bhumi, it was already we conducted in Medak district in Revenue Sadassulu 2013. All the revenue records which are actually having with the government was distributed prior to the Revenue Sadassulu, and after their acknowledgement whether it is a correct record or not, the collectors took all the records, and basing on that corrected records, Revenue Sadassulu program is for resolution of land record, resolved program, not for identifying and getting the applications in the Revenue Sadassulu. On the day of Revenue Sadassulu, all the records was corrected and given. So like I already told, 10 districts was established Bhumi Nyaya Sahaya Kendram. So like this, the ladies are taking training on land records. So this is especially our Nellore district where BNSK was started. Right now 351 cases was identified, in which 103 was under process, 76 out of 103, 76 were under pending, and 24 was already disposed. So what we are doing until now, district revenue officers are convergent with land center. At the same time, Mandal Tahsildar or RDO in divisional level are with the convergent of Mandal Samakyas. Right now we are doing VRO is with convergent with the village organizations. So in this way we are now working. Few success stories are also there where we resolved. So all are long pending cases. These are all success because of our Andhra Pradesh revenue officials support only. So this is a Nellore Maripadu case where first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase lands was distributed to the poor but not shown the possession. After inventory, we brought this issue through Mandal Samakyas, and with the conjoint action of Joint Collector, SP Sir, as well as MPDOs, Mandala Samakyas and Dwama Department, all persons cumulatively done this exercise. Nearly 902 extent we have handed over to the poor, covering 432 beneficiaries. So as I already told, when the issue is pending before civil court, revenue will not entertain it. But this is a peculiar case where we done it successful. One person is occupied aquaculture, did aquaculture in assigned land. We, with the help of SHG members, we gone there, we totally evicted all the sprinklers like. So by negotiation also we solved some issues. So this is also very big chunk of land which was surveyed by community surveyors in Allur Mandal.
Can you tell them something about the community surveyors?
Sir. So
What is the qualification?
Yeah.
Who are taken? How much is paid?
Yeah.
What is their role, etc.?
So community surveyor basically having ITI civil as well as in polytechnic background. So those were selected through written test and interview, and after selection they have undergone 6 months, 2 months training in the STA. After that they have again undergone training under regular Mandal surveyor. They have almost 2 years they have completed training at regular Mandal surveyor. And then they
declared as licensed surveyors?
They have license, but they are not authorized to sign the records.
Why, Mr. Subra? You see, this is the problem. The senior functionaries are very open, they're progressive. In fact, Prakasham gentleman is here, Prakasham Inspector of Survey. When I came to your district, you were saying that the licensed surveyor can only hold a chain, he cannot measure. Is that what your inspector or assistant director was saying in the district? Licensed surveyor, Kamakshi garu, he can,
Okay.
So why are you not asking them to do the survey? They are trained for 6 months, they are exposed, they have the background, they are working with the communities, they are helping the surveyors. Why can't they do the original work? How many are there community surveyors?
Nearly 371.
370 is 300.
Yes, sir.
So make use of them.
Sir, whether there is legal validity of the community survey which was surveyed by the community surveyors.
Yes, sir, but what is legal in Medak? Why can't it be legal in other districts?
Sir, for example, I will say one story, sir. In my mandal when I was working as Tahsildar,
Yeah.
the community surveyor, without my knowledge, he has attended to the survey.
Right.
Some of the persons encroached by some of the endowment land, some of the persons encroached. That land belongs to Sri Bhadrachalam, Sri Ramulwar temple. So, he came...
The Lord will take care of it.
Without my knowledge, he has attended to the survey and he has shown the land. And the Endo department EO is approached with me. This is our land. How can the community surveyor will show the land to the other persons?
Yeah.
Then
Okay,
I
so what
stopped
happened?
it.
What happened?
No, the community legal surveyor has proposed to submitted the proposal to issue the Patadar passbook in the name of encroachers. Then I refused it. That is why I am asking whether there is a legal validity to the community surveyor.
If he is declared as a licensed surveyor, he has legal validity. If he is declared as licensed surveyor under the rules of 2004 or 5, which is the year? Subaragan? 2005. If the rules have been declared in 2005, that is the law of the land.
One more submission.
One
sir.
minute, let me clarify. If the rule says that the licensed surveyor can do work, he will do work. Simple. You cannot have a rule which is interpreted by each surveyor, each functionary of the government. The point I am trying to submit for your consideration is if somebody indulges in questionable actions, he is liable, you suspend his license. Like you suspend a government servant, you also suspend his license. Record it, document it, remove him. But you can't say, because one fellow somewhere did some mistake, I will not allow the entire licensed surveyor to do the work. All of us commit mistakes. If one functionary of the government misbehaves in a particular place, are we saying that all the departmental staff of that department will not be allowed to do work? Please understand it. It's not a simple matter. There may be black sheep here and there. There may be one or two individuals who have involved in questionable behavior. Suspect them. The law provides for it. The rules governing the licensed surveyors licensing provide for that kind of a misbehavior, I am sure. If they don't, please bring in an amendment. Yeah, somebody was wanting to say.
First one about if the community surveyors are not recognized as a licensed surveyor, then what for they are appointed, what they are doing, personally for what purposes they are appointed. Second thing is how much honorarium they are getting, and third is what about the students, college students, those who are trained for recording the land details or who is in job. Have you paid some honorarium to them?
Remuneration.
Yeah, remuneration.
The first question is, if you have put somebody as a community surveyor, if he is not permitted to do survey work, why is he recruited? That's what he's asking.
So they are doing survey, they are doing survey, they are making that particular map, but that signature, signing authority.
Why should the signature be with the surveyor? Let 1 minute. If this license, what is the meaning of license?
Sir, having a right, an authority to do the work, basically.
Correct. That is precisely the point. If he has the authority to sign a paper, why are we interpreting the law to our convenience? I think this kind of a restrictive, cloistered. There is no long way, sir, only short way. There is no long way. If the government has recognized a licensed surveyor, he will be permitted to sign. That's all simple. If he indulges in misbehavior, he will be liable. Hoist a criminal case. Let the law take care of people like that, Bhadrachalam temple lands or something like that. I told you, the lakes of Bangalore have vanished, and offshoot is Coffee Day chain. The law will take its course, I am sure, someday.
Sir,
another important thing is that if the person has not signed the document, how do we take him to task also?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
sir, since we are issuing a license to the licensed surveyors, he should be given full responsibility of that particular job. Because again, if we ask the Mandal surveyor to go through that entire work and again sign, there is no point.
It will be further transaction cost, adding another 5% to the GDP.
So this is exactly the bone of contention as we are trying to move towards integrating the services of licensed surveyor in our state. Because the authority, the responsibility has to be fixed. It has to be divided. It should not be a repetition work to the surveyor to again go through whatever licensed surveyor is doing.
I fully agree with you, Madam Manisha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm glad that there are progressive assistant directors, but the person from Prakasham district said, no, I will only allow him to hold the chain. I mean, this is absurd. Nothing can be more monstrous than this. How can you say that a person who is licensed, I will only ask him to carry my chain or my bag? That's absurd. That's against the law of the land. That's against the intention of the government. Yeah,
So,
payments, what is the remuneration?
So previously when they were appointed, only 3,500 has been given, but now it was increased nearly 15,000 they are getting. Yeah, TA is also there. TA and DA is also there.
Bihar was planning for a similar scheme. I think you have already started implementing, isn't it? Not licensed. You are.
They have so many lot of surveyors. We try to enroll, but no one is there. Only hundreds. 100.
Wait. Why don't we export some of them? They will go and make their livelihood in Bihar.
We are not ready to import.
You see, I find people from Bihar, Jharkhand coming and doing a lot of work in AP, all over the country. I'm glad that there is this migration. So similarly, the migration of the workforce, qualified workforce that's what is expected in a big country like this. Yes, sir.
So one submission, sir. This SERP has identified nearly 12 lakhs land problems of SC and STs. They have prepared beautiful SC, ST land inventory, sir. Among them, major are pertaining to surveys. For example, one poor person is there on land, but he doesn't know, he doesn't have any record. Some person was given pata, but he was in other survey number. Some person was given pata, but his position was not shown. All these problems are there, nearly 3 to 4 lakh related to surveys. So then SERP thought of having own community surveys, sir. So these community surveys were actually worked under the guidance of regular survey. He did all the subdivision work, he has shown position to the person, even they were utilized for our regular land acquisition work and all that. But except they were not given any license in the beginning, sir. They were just trained and given some salary in order to work under our regular survey department, sir. Because in our mandals there are shortage of surveyors and all that. That's why these people are not having land access. So we have utilized community surveyors under our regular survey system, sir. So they are not given any power to authenticate the document.
Declared as licensed surveyors, madam.
Recently, sir, they were given survey license.
Then allow them to
last year.
Then allow them to sign and work.
Now, yes, sir, they can be permitted.
Yeah, last point. Over.
You are asking about youth trainings. Yeah, we have given this type of trainings to the youth. In our Nellore district, almost all somewhat judicial officer also involved in our youth training meetings. He is an additional district judge of Gudur Mandal. So by giving this type of orientation, the students will come and ask their queries to the dignitaries. So by an interaction program, not this is a lecturing program, this is an interaction program we have conducted by showing the revenue records, by empowering them to take adangal every Jamabandi. For every Jamabandi, take adangal. Like this simple land information we have given to these people.
Ma'am, as you are paying remuneration to the surveyor, is there any target given to them?
Sir, actually our website itself is a target, because in each mandal some survey issues are already pending there. So for every month in experience sharing meeting we review their work. So like that minimum number of cases basing on their identifying issues, everybody is giving targets.
Now that they are licensed and are now permitted to do the work originally, you can also give the targets.
Sir, excuse me, sir. So yesterday our JD Subbarao told that our state is having surveys requirement and licensed surveys are only 300, 400, let us compare to other states. So now why not use the community surveys in a regular stream? Let us move a resolution to this forum and recommend the government to utilize the service of community surveyor to the entire state to resolve the land problems in a massive manner.
I will do that. Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. So Vijayendra Boi madam is there, who is the topmost inspiration to our total land unit. I may conclude my lecture. Thank you for giving this opportunity.